Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Iron Factory IF EX-65 Spear of Marbas, their version of Leozack from the Liokaiser team. You can see him there in front of his box. Go ahead and put him off the side real quick. And yes, the box is a typical Iron Factory box. You got the kind of the weird dots on one side. You got, hey, look, there's him and his both of his modes right there. Oh, hey, look, there's a Liokaiser in the background right there, whatever they're going to call him. There's a window for the figure would be. Iron Factory 2024 plus a picture up top. On the side, you have another picture of the figure, and IF EX-65 there. On the bottom, you have a barcode and some warnings and made in China and whatnot, and not for ages under 3. And on the back, a whole bunch of product shots and all that stuff. Hey, look, but what part of the combiner he makes up, and of course, hey, a QR code if you want to scan that for whatever reason. It also comes with instructions, which are fairly straightforward, although, again, there's the weird thing. Iron Factory does some weird things with their instructions, and also, yeah, another QR code if you want that. I believe it's also for the social media, but I'm not sure. Spear of Marbas, Leozack, whatever you want to call him. Yeah, so, the 4th member of the team. He is the first flying member that they've released of the, well, I guess there's technically going to be 4 now because of Death Cobra, but hey. So getting in close real quick, yeah. See, yeah, he's got the helmet, you know, the kind of cat-like helmet with the red eyes in there, and he's got silver face, red eyes there. There's his, well, this is the chest that's in his, in there in the package, but yeah, it's his usual chest, but you can pull that off, and he looks just white underneath with a hole in it. Yeah, you got whites and teals all the way down, and kind of a yellow right here on the kneecaps with little circles. More teal, and hey, look, there's a some jet stuff on his back, and well, there you go, pretty straightforward. But you can see, you know, once again does the whole chest master, whatever you want to call it, thing. Bring this down a little bit more. There we go. If you want, you know, does that whole thing. Yeah, there's this is the fake one, I guess, if you want to call it that. But right there. So, and there you go. Oh man, before we get into accessory stuff though, just I guess articulation, head, ball joint. So yeah, left and right. Left and right, you got up and down, you got lots of wiggle and waggle right there. He's got a lot of articulation there. His shoulders on ball joints, but you know, forward and would be able to do a 360 if it wasn't for the wings. As I go forward and back and all that stuff, you got outward that far. There is a bit of a hinge right here because of transformation. You got a bicep swivel, you got a double jointed elbow, although the second elbow joint is a little stiff on mine, so you know, but you got that. You can pull that off if you want. The hands are in ball joints. You got wrist rotation. You also got inward thanks to transformation, although that mostly just hides the hand. You have a waist swivel right here, although things get a little caught. Can get a little caught on the backpack, unfortunately. You have an ab crunch though, which then once you use that, hey, look, now the waist swivel is free and clear to go. And also, I believe it might be able to crunch further. Yeah, it crunches a lot if you don't have the chest plate on. Yeah, once you put the chest plate on, it kind of limits things a bit. About that much. So there you go. Of course, there's hip skirts which can get, you know, raise up like this. There's also the side skirts right there. So you got forward right there on the ball joint and back about that far thanks to the backpack. Outward you have pretty much a full split. You do have a tricep swivel. Knees are double jointed, so you got, but you know, because of the back of the leg and whatnot, you only have that much curl, but still a decent amount of curl. And down here at the feet you do have ankle tilt. And the front part is on its own hinge as well, so you can the toe can go up like that. And you also there's a forward joint right here for the foot, although it's mostly for transformation, but still it's there. And you could adjust like the wings and tail fins and all that stuff how you want. You can bring the wings down if you want, although it kind of looks a little weird. So there you go. You have quite a bit of articulation here, which is good. Yeah. So. These right back down. So that now accessory wise, he has, well, quite a, like all these Iron Factory guys, he has quite a few accessories, including, you know, he's got a baggie full of alternate hands right there. He got his, you know, his default just closed fists. He has a couple of splay hands, you know, one for each side, you know, left and right. So a couple of splay hands right there. Got I guess a couple of karate chop / salute hands right there. And he's got a couple of hands that you know you can put accessories in. If I can, a couple of those, you can put accessories in those. So I'll put them out. Not too bad. The only thing here is, unfortunately, okay, the ball joint, that pop off the ball joint. Unfortunately, getting another hand on the ball joint, and problem is this is on a hinge for transformation, so you start putting on the ball joint and it just will probably collapse on you, which is a little annoying. Not the end of the world, and it's not too much to mitigate, just getting the hand on anyway, but still, it's just a little bit annoying. Oh, yeah, and by the way, as far as I can tell, only the open, or not open hands, but I guess weapon holding hands can kind of, stay on, be the ones you want to leave on if you want to do transformation, either the closed fists or these weapon holding hands. The other hands won't really work, at least for jet mode. Maybe not so much for combined mode. But anyway, of course, you got the weapon holding hand. You can just then hold a bunch of accessories, including, hey, look, he also has a little spear thing, which, pop the one end off, and you can slip that through the hand, and now he's, holding a spear. If you like. That's pretty straightforward. He has a gun, which, is teal and, silver. Or actually kind of more gun mode, but yeah. Again, you can hold that pretty easily. No problem there. He also has a little chestmaster buddy, which, hey, is a little cat thing. Which his articulation is also pretty straightforward. It's up and down at the head. You got ball joints at the legs, and back here at these legs, and this little tail thing can go up and down as well. And that's pretty much it there. And yeah, you can transform a couple ways. So, there's the gun, which, fold the head in, bring the front legs outward like this, fold the back legs like this, then bring this piece out, and now you got a gun, which, then hold in his hand like so. Although the problem is, because of, it's kind of, he doesn't have the greatest grip on it because there's not a lot of clearance right here on his wrist. And of course, if you want to turn this into the chest piece, remove this part and then, just fold that away as well. Fold the gun barrel away and then plug it into his chest, and now he's got a different thing. And this one doesn't look too bad either. Again, I guess I feel like they're improving overall in this whole chest or breast force, or whatever you want to call it, thing, because it feels like ever since the first one, they've gotten a lot better looking overall. Though I feel like this just looks better in general. But there you go. Let's see. Also got a couple of things which are definitely for mostly for the combined mode. He's got these bits. You can put. I think you can put them on the spear as well. Let me double check that. I believe it's the same size. Yeah, you can put those on there if you want a longer spear tip. All those are combined mode weapons, which I'll get into again in the combined mode video. Again, he's got another one of these little sticks, which can come apart, and also folds at multiple places as well. And then you can see instructions, multiple weapons, and it's these things from the which were shown in the previous instructions from O's, but now they're here. They're also for combined mode things, so not really useful for his individual robot. And he's got these things, which are kind of interesting because, again, these are also for combined mode, but these are kind of cool, which there's two of them. See, there's two of them, and they can actually do that. They're geared, so they'll do this, which is pretty cool. The thing is, you can see there's these pegs on each of the little bits, and the thing is, you're supposed to use these spear points, and at this point, if you have all the figures, you'll have 8 of these spear points, and you're supposed to put them along these like here, and you put them on each of them, and then you can have them extended out or closed up or however you want to do it, and by the end of the thing, you'll have 12 of these spear points, which will go on each of these, and that'll help you with the combined mode weapon. Kind of neat that they're what they're doing. Of course, that means you'll have a whole bunch of sticks left over, because as far as I can tell, these bits do have nothing to do when combined mode. So there's that. And the rest of the stuff I'll show off. The other accessories he has I'll show off later, because they were for the combined mode. So yeah, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and quick swap his fist back on around, because yeah, transformation stuff coming up. That's pretty much the robot mode, so we'll go ahead and do some comparisons real quick. And yeah, I'm pretty much going to compare them to the existing Iron Factory guys. So, Drill Horn, Kill Bison, and Jaguar. So yep, there's the team so far. 4 of the 6, I guess, or 7 if you want to include Death Cobra. Looking pretty good. Yeah. Of them all, I think he's my favorite just because he cleans up the most for the robot mode. These 3 all have like extra bits hanging off them. O's is the least problematic of that bit, but yeah. I think he's my favorite overall when it comes to robot modes. There you go. So, that was the robot mode. So we'll go ahead and get into transformation, which isn't too bad. It's interesting, actually, some ways. Okay, so first, right here, take the fists. You want to rotate them 180 degrees and collapse them into the forearms. And same thing here. Rotate the 180 degrees and collapse into the forearm like that. Straighten those out as well, and then just kind of rotate them like this, and just kind of leave that for now. You also want to remove this piece right there. Now, at the back here, you want to untab the jet bits on the backpack. You want to open that up and rotate the head 180 degrees and collapse it into the chest like so. Collapse it in and then bring this up and just kind of tab that back in like so. Now, down here at the legs, you want to take these tail fins and bring those out right here. I want to open this up right here. There's a panel right here. You want to open that up and then bring out this panel right here. It'd be easy if you bring the foot forward all the way so you can get this out all the way. Bring that up like this and collapse the leg up like that and close this back up like so. Go ahead and bring that back up too. Yeah, so move the foot out of the way like this. Bring this out. Move the foot all the way out of the way. Bring that out. Bring this panel out. Collapse the leg up and then close that panel up. And then bring the foot back up. Like so. Gonna go ahead and tab the legs together like that. Then right here, there's a tab right here which will hook underneath this panel right here. It's all said and done. Like that. Hook underneath like that. And then take the feet here. You want to just go ahead and bring them up like this, the toes specifically, so the thrusters stay back here. Like that. So bring those up. And then right here, the arms, there's a hinge right here. Pop this out of the torso like this. See, there's another hinge right here. Bring it down like this. Use this hinge to bring it up right here like that, and bring that all the way down. And this tab right here will go into a slot on the leg like that. And same thing on this side. So you bring that down on that second hinge, and then bring it down and tab it into the leg, into the arm. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to. Like that. This is supposed to collapse kind of like that too. There we go. Looks like that. And then finally you take the, well, not finally, but just these fins and tail fins and whatnot as we want. Bring the wings back, and then right here, this is a weird thing. Right here, you got to bring this forward. So you have to probably untab that a bit so you can bring this forward because there's a little thing there. And at an angle, you want to rotate this 180 degrees at the angle. And make sure it's all tabbed, and then bring it down, and this will slot over these tabs right here. Like that. And from there, bring this landing gear and the toes. You go ahead and bring that out, and right here, the landing gear and the nose. Go ahead and bring that out. It's a pain in the butt to get out, honestly. There you go. And yeah, there you go. Those landing gear. There's no like locking point for this landing gear, so yeah. Well, there you go. There's Marbas in his vehicle mode. And yeah, it's a jet, which you can see. It's a very much teal and white jet. You can see a bit, cool little like translucent orange cockpit there. Hey, there's a bit like gold on the white and the wings as well. You can adjust these how you want. I believe they want you kind of like this, but I kind of prefer like this because it looks more like an F-14 like that, and I like F-14s. You can see the landing gear. They do not roll. It's just plastics. You can sit right there like that. Of course, these are adjustable, just like an F-14. And I believe also I kind of I got these slightly incorrect on here. They're supposed to be a little more like that. There, yeah, see, that's a little straightened out versus this is like all at a weird angle. I got them slightly incorrect. My mistake. There we go. That's a little bit better looking overall. Yeah. Regardless, yeah. Got the wings like this. You could do that, you know, close them up, whatever, for speed or fighting or whatever. And they just generally look pretty cool. Of course, yeah, you go like a lot of jet formers, you have the whole laser, the robots just kind of chilling out underneath. But, you know, particularly at this scale, I do not mind. And the thing is, you can kind of leave this particular chest piece on, kind of. It just barely has clearance, but it's, yeah, only for this one. If you try to use the other one, it doesn't work super well, because you can see right here. Yeah, it's that's not going to work. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, you can adjust these. You can adjust, you know, how this sits. You can adjust how these sit. You can adjust even how those sit if you want. You can do a lot of things. And there you go. Pretty cool jet mode overall. And again, comparisons. So here's the rest of the team. You know, Drillhorn, Kill Bison, and Jaguar, and their modes. And again, these guys are the ground team, and that's kind of the air first air person. The other two will also be air. So there you go. And of course, combined mode, which you have to take it mostly back to robot mode to get to combined mode. So yeah, so go ahead and fold the landing gear back up right here. And then, yeah, take the jet nose and just untab that right there and just kind of bring it out in such a way that you can get it rotated around without getting it, popping it off. And then just kind of bring it back down like this. And yeah, open this up so you can get it all the way down like that. Close that back up. And of course, take these, bring those up like so. Untab the arms and bring those back up to where they were in robot mode. Like that. And like that. Here at the robot arm, you actually want to bring these down. You want to bend these at the lower elbow hinge and not the upper one. You want to bend them at the lower hinge and then rotate them around like this and kind of have them sitting like that. Same thing on this side. So yeah, again, bend it at the lower hinge. Straighten out the upper hinge and bend the lower hinge and then have it sitting kind of like that. Now untab this from the legs so you can then extend the legs back out and open these back up. Like so, extend the legs back out, and also here you want to go ahead and take the feet here. You want to bring the foot all the way forward like that. We're going to leave it this time like this. Yeah, so bring that back down and bring the foot all the way forward like that. You go ahead and collapse these back up. Unclip. Do not unclip that. Did not know that it could come unclipped. Make sure the legs are fully extended. Yeah, collapse that. You know, open that up, fold this away, and collapse that in. Then you want to go ahead and take these and bring these down like this. You want to bring this down like this. Now, at this point, what you want to do, make sure everything's straightened out here. Okay, so this is pretty much what you want to do initially. So, first thing is you want to go ahead and bring there's this other piece, the head piece. This is the next piece. You can see it's a nice Leokaiser head and everything. This will plug into the chest panel like so. So plug in like that, and then you take the legs and you go ahead and bend them up like so. Actually, I almost forgot, but one little step, which is you want to rotate the waist 180. Then you want to bend the legs back at the hips like that. So. And then bend them the knees, and these right here, this right here will kind of slot into this right there. Make sure it's all lined up properly. It'll just kind of slot in like that. You can see like that. See, this just came untabbed again. It's a little annoying. Yeah, like that. And that's one part of it. The next part is there's another piece, which is this thing right here. This big old thing right here. You want to go ahead and open this stuff up right there. And there's these pegs right here, which will actually peg into the legs right here. Make sure this is all lined up properly. Yeah, so this will just go ahead and you'll slot this in, and those pegs will go into the peg holes in the legs. It's all, you know, nice and done up properly. It should be. Something's off for some reason. Don't know what. There we go. Something was not quite. Yeah, so those will peg in. That doesn't hold it in place. What you do then is then bring these panels back around, and there's tabs right here, so tab into the bit of the jet right there. Yeah, make sure that this is all squared away. For some reason it's not tabbing in this time. I don't know why. There we go, that tabbed in. Yeah, tab those in right there. And there we go. And there you go. That's Leozack in his combined mode, which, yeah, it's the upper torso. And yeah, you can see that. And this is the bits where they'll connect to Jaguar's bit. And yeah, the arms will connect here. You can already see the joints and stuff are there. Those bits will connect to the arms and everything. Yeah, it's pretty decent overall. The only thing is these bits are kind of weird about tabbing in. It's supposed to kind of sit a little more flush than this, but they don't. At least not on mine. I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong or what, but they don't quite sit as flush as they're supposed to. They're supposed to sit more closer like this, and they kind of tend to pop themselves a little bit back out a little bit. But as far as I can tell, there's nothing wrong. It's just that's how they are. It's just kind of weird. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what happened there, but yeah, it's just something odd. But as it stands, yeah, that's the combined mode. Pretty straightforward, I guess, somewhat. But again, a big old chunk just kind of there, dedicated to combined mode. And there you go, I guess overall. As a whole, Marbas here is not bad. I do generally like his. I like his jet mode. I like his robot mode a lot. Transformation is pretty simple and straightforward for the most part. There's, you know, nothing too groundbreaking there, but you know, it's a fun little transformation. And the combined mode, you know, it does whatever all the other ones do, which is, you know, kind of does a whole framework thing, and you know, for better for worse. Like, although mine, I'm not sure if I'm doing something wrong, because like it doesn't feel like it tabs in all the way like it's supposed to, but because there's simply not enough room. Feels like I'm missing something like important about that, but as it stands, it pretty much works. And it does come with a few accessories again, though most of them are for the combined mode. So yeah, the price isn't too bad. I believe again about $45-50 total from Show Z, somewhere in that neighborhood, plus the shipping. So yeah, slightly less than 60, whatever it is. Not a bad price. As a standalone, I think it's pretty solid little jet. And yeah, overall it's pretty nice. I do generally like it, and I do recommend it. And of course, at this point, you know, if you're buying these guys, you're kind of stuck with this, because, well, you got to do the complete minor, right? So yeah, overall pretty solid, and I do like it. So that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my social media down in the description, and at the end of the video, check out my Coffee and my Patreon. I shall see you next time with another video review.